Oh my god. I literally just got fired because of my TikToks.
Some of y'all must really hate your jobs. You must really hate paying your bills, having food in your mouth, having a roof over your head.
I never would have thought that I would be getting fired from my job for my social media account.
Okay, so it's about that time again. We're going to be taking a look at people who got fired because of their TikToks. This will be a never-ending series on my channel because people love to overshare online in today's world. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's just jump right into the clips.
Oh my god. I literally just got fired because of my TikToks. Guys, sorry, I'm back home now. Oh my god, I'm like literally shaking. I just lost my job that I worked at for 2 years because I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to like record at the restaurant and make TikToks, which sounds dumb. Like, I understand the reason I was let go, but no one like told me that I couldn't do it. Like, no one told me that it wasn't allowed or that I was gonna, like, I didn't even get in trouble for it. I didn't get a write-up for anything. I've never gotten a write-up at that place. Like, I've worked there for over 2 years, and like it just feels so like out of the blue. Like, I don't know, I just can't believe I just got fired.
All right, so her main excuse is that nobody told her that you weren't allowed to film on the job. However, I would venture to guess that she signed some sort of paperwork when she initially got hired, going through all of those rules that included not being able to record. But just like the terms of service when a new update rolls out, nobody ever looks at the 50 pages of documents. You just hit accept or sign at the dotted line. And now she lost her job that she had for 2 years.
I never would have thought that I would be getting fired from my job for my social media account. Effective yesterday, I was terminated from my company, Central Transport, for my social media. About a week ago, my boss called me and said, hey, they're putting you out of service because of your TikTok account. I was like, oh, that's weird. And a week went by, I'm trying to get in contact with people. I got no contact from nobody, no higher ups, anyone. My boss called me yesterday, said they're going through with the termination for negligence and making the company look bad. And I'm like, dang, like, who would have thought? Who would have thought I would be getting fired from my trucking job because of my social media account? And it's kind of crazy. And I'm not mad because I really didn't do nothing. I was just creating content, making day in the lives, telling my story about my trucking experience and things like that. But it is what it is. I was sitting at home for a week, just blowing my mind, like, dang, like, am I really about to get fired over my TikTok account? Like, this is crazy. Like, I never thought in a million years. I only have 3,000 followers on Instagram and 900 followers on TikTok. No, vice versa.
So before I say anything, we can go over to the comments. This happens when posting while on company time. This is for insurance purposes as well. If you hit someone or something, they'll say you were on TikTok, even if you weren't. Phone records is the first thing they'll check. You had the company logo in every video. It's not wise to make your TikTok account centered around your employment. So he'd be recording videos while he was on the job, while he was driving, with the company logo in frame. There were also comments saying he was talking bad about his employer. Again, not the brightest thing to put online. And something else to add on top of it, it's not like he had a huge following. Just a few thousand on TikTok and a few hundred on Instagram. These companies are looking more and more into everybody's social media, whether you're a large creator or just starting out. We'll see that a little bit later. But we have a comment from you guys right here. Social media is warping people's comprehension of reality. Deleting my TikTok and Instagram account was the best thing I ever did for my quality of life. And I bet it would save quite a few jobs in this already terrible market.
Well, I started working at Walmart like a little over 3 months ago. It's my dream to be a TikToker. It's my dream to be a content creator. So I started posting TikToks without really knowing what to do. Just because, I want to be a TikToker, a YouTuber and stuff. And I didn't know what to post. I just knew that I needed to post every day. So I just started posting, and I worked at Walmart. So, I started posting and making these videos at Walmart and making these funny videos of me at work and stuff. And I just got fired finally. Everyone's about to be like, oh, you finally got fired. And like, yeah, I got fired.
Here's some good advice if you want to make it on social media while still having a regular 9-to-5 job. Don't mix the two. Don't make videos while you're on the clock. Most companies have a strict social media policy. And when I went over to his account, I found an interesting video that was one of his most viewed while he was working at Walmart.
Yo, Blastoise, you know the worst of... Yo, Blastoise, you know the worst of the 3 evolutions, right? Man, get your hands off of me, bro. Get your hands... Bro, not after what you said about my mom, you're gonna pay, bro.
Oh man, this is who Walmart's hiring, but they don't want to respond to my application. And even at the beginning of the video, you could see he was hiding and cut off the recording because somebody else was watching him with the Walmart vest on and his name badge, recording himself cursing and hitting a plushie. You were really surprised that Walmart decided to let you go? I don't know if the views and engagement you got off of those types of videos were really worth it in the end. And funny enough, we have another comment from you guys: gets fired for a TikTok, then runs to TikTok to tell everyone. That is a perfect transition to the next clip.
I just got fired from my job at Aerie. Like, literally just got fired. Got home, immediately ripped my shoes off, came in here and started talking to the camera. Yeah, it's fresh off the presses, girl. I will say it out loud right now. I did get fired over my TikTok. Do I think it was the correct reason to let me go? No, but they have their own way of doing things, I guess. Yeah, no more Aerie content for a while, guys. I'm so sorry. For those of you who are following me because of said Aerie content, I'm so sorry to let you down, babe. If you guys want to stay and watch me do random shit in my house, watch me look for a new job.
Okay, so not only were you recording on the clock, I guess this was the entirety of her content. I'm guessing try-on hauls, a day in the life, showing what she did working there. Another possibility that we'll see a little bit later in the comment section, maybe she was showing some merchandise that wasn't ready to be released yet. You know, you get some unreleased footage, and that kind of stuff is not allowed, along with everything else she did. So whatever following she gained because she worked at Aerie might not be there to watch whatever else she wants to do. I guess just moping around her house, trying to apply for new jobs in this awful market. I mean, not a good situation at all. Another comment here: I've been a nurse for 20 years, and while I've met some great young nurses, today's crop are a different breed, and not in a good way. You probably knew that this was coming. I think every iteration of this series we've talked about nurses, because so many people end up recording and getting in trouble.
So about 2 days ago, I was withdrawn from my nursing program by my school, and I want to talk about why. Making this video to educate people, because I don't want people to make the same mistakes that I did. So any nasty or unnecessary commentary, you can leave it to yourself. Thank you very much. Well, in our student handbook that we sign before the program starts, before the semester starts, it basically states, you know, do's and don'ts and requirements and expectations of us. So that, like, nursing school videos are extremely popular these days, and I guess I was kind of on the bandwagon, like, hey, I'm in nursing school, you know, like, let me show people what this looks like.
Okay, so I think it's more about the possible views and attention you're gonna get rather than opening up people's eyes to what you do for a living. There's a lot of content online around being a nurse, being a doctor. So if you really wanted to look it up, you can. It's not like she was breaking ground in a brand new niche. And especially when it comes to nursing and patients and privacy, that is an extremely touchy area. So you already know what happened. She decided to record some of her day in the lives, and you get let go from your nursing program because of it. Just don't do it ever. Not in the bathroom, the stockroom, parking lot. Just no. They need to educate students better that HIPAA isn't just name and date of birth. It's anything that could reasonably identify a patient. So if you're talking about the guy with one leg on the 5th floor, you could reasonably identify who that is if you know them. And it looks like an increasing amount of nurses don't know that this is the case. And that's what a ton of comments say. People don't realize that HIPAA is way more than names. It applies to just about any patient information. And now all the work that you did to become a nurse is just thrown away.
So I'm pretty sure that every single nurse on TikTok saw how that nursing student was videoing a day in the life of a nursing student at clinicals, and she got kicked out of her program. And she came on the internet and told everybody, and she's real sad. Did y'all not suffer in nursing school? I suffered. I don't know about y'all. I suffered to the point that I will never, ever video at work. I don't really want people to know that I'm a nurse. Like, it's like a minimal part of my life, and I don't want my whole identity to be being a nurse. And so if you think, based off the fact that I suffered in nursing school, it was very, like, emotionally traumatic for me. I'm gonna get on TikTok at work in my working scrubs and post about being at work. Oh, hell no. You ain't ever gonna know. You ain't ever gonna be able to put A and B together, that Angelica work here and she's here and she's... No, you're not. Y'all need to stop doing that. You are not a surgeon. You are not a doctor. I know this has become a platform for that, but you are not them.
From a clinical instructor, these students don't want to be nurses anymore, they want to be nurse influencers now. It's a dangerous time in the nursing field. I gained 50 pounds in nursing school. Do you think I want to document that? They made us sign contracts saying we can't be on social media. It's literally in our handbook. But somehow these problems are incredibly common in all medical fields. POV, us when we smell decaying teeth being drilled through the hall.
Some of y'all must really hate your jobs. You must really hate paying your bills, having food in your mouth, having a roof over your head, financial stability, security. You must hate all that. You must be trust fund babies. You must have an inheritance coming. A settlement, coming from an accident of some sort? No? Because I don't know what would possess you to make a video like this and post it on the internet. Because somebody, I guarantee you, somebody is going to see that video and say, oh my gosh, I know them. And I know what dental office that is. And I'm going to call that dental office because, number one, it's in good faith. They really feel like these young ladies don't deserve to work with the general public, or they just want to cause trouble for somebody. I mean, it's a mixed bag. But jeopardizing your future to make a video like this, it just blows my mind. And y'all just won't stop. Y'all won't stop until you're put on blast.
This is all also for the possibility of getting maybe a few million views on TikTok, which does sound like a lot until you see that people get tens of millions of views all the time for just random videos. And you going viral or semi-viral does not mean you're going to kickstart a career just because of one funny clip. People will see that on their For You page, maybe giggle and like it, and just keep scrolling. They will never look at your account again. Adding on top of that, even if you're in the creator rewards program, somehow the ad rates are not the best. So a few million views on TikTok can equate to maybe a few $100. Is that worth getting fired over? I don't think so. We even have one here from a car salesman.
There's one car that no matter how low the credit is, no matter how desperate someone is for a car, anytime this car is presented as an option, they will always say no.
So while I agree that most of the Nissans that are out there are not really the best thing to buy, being a car salesman and then openly talking about how bad one of the vehicles are, not the best move. And we go over to the comment section. Update, this video got me fired. POV, the dealership you sacrificed 18, 19, and 20-year-old years fired you over a 35-second TikTok. Should have probably just left it to other people on the internet talking bad about the car company you work for. And yeah, 3 years being a salesman down the drain for just one video. Another comment here, we live in a day and age where people are convinced that every thought should be shared with everyone. Isn't that the truth?
Does anyone else think work is so annoying and oh, shut the up, cat.
Does anyone else just wake up in the morning and hope to get fired from their job? I really hope I get fired. Even though it's just a part-time retail job, I hope they fire me. I'm sick of everything. I'm sick of getting up. I'm sick of people. I'm sick of customer service. And it's only for pocket change, but I am done. Fire me.
So while I think it's fine to think this way, you don't have to pull out your phone and start recording to put it on the internet for the entire planet to see. I wouldn't doubt that a little bit later there'd be another video popping up saying that I just got fired and the job market is so difficult, I'm broke, the cost of living is so high, how am I going to survive? When all you had to do was just not post something on the internet every second of the day. We could take a look at the comments too, which I think will go well with a video later. I want to get fired so bad right here, let me go every day. So keep those in mind, but we have even more up on screen. POV, this got us fired. Getting canned from some sort of barista job while recording. How I felt getting fired from my campus job after posting a TikTok that didn't even blow up. Like I said before, that's the goal for everybody, I guess. They want to see a few million views on a video. It rarely ever translates to any sort of online career. It's just a bit of attention for a few days or a week and then the whole rest of the world moves on. But people keep getting fired for this. POV, they fired us on the spot. Looks like some sort of construction workers. When you get fired fired for posting TikToks in your work uniform. But this one we have to listen to the audio for. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to play that because of copyright on YouTube, but if I'm not able to, the video is basically threatening the place that she works at. This could legitimately be used for evidence for her arrest. I'm genuinely concerned for this young lady. No, friend, take this one down. Some of the comments from the construction worker clip too, because why are grown men making TikToks on the clock? Even this one, I mean, there are so many examples. I remember bringing my sons to work with me. I would pick them up from school and they would sit in McDonald's for 8 hours. I'm so grateful for having understanding children. And this did get some traction, and we got a comment here from the creator. I got fired today thanks to you negative people. It is a pretty sad situation, but why did you have to post it online? Nobody could keep anything to themselves anymore.
And you better not be a man coming to my store with a woman, because I will make you pay.
I will go out of my way to find your store and make my girl pay. There's nothing you could do about it.
Okay, so that one goes on and on with the response from another creator, but she got fired and posted about it. So sad. Why do all fast food workers say my store like they own anything? I could even see the Starbucks logo on her shirt in the video. And this just never stops. People are completely fine self-snitching as long as they get some engagement online.
When I was 16, I worked at Pizza Hut, and we had this policy that if no one picked up the pizza order, you got to take it home, like one of the employees got to take it home. So I, being a genius 16-year-old, finessed the system, and I was like, okay, well, what if I just had one of my buddies call in a pizza and never pick it up? So I did exactly that. I had one of my friends call in a pizza. I'd make it because I was the cook, and he would never pick it up, and I'd be like, oh, well, I guess I'll take it home, guys. I mean, shit. I love this kind of pizza. But it got a little suspicious after the same person ordered the exact same pizza every single time I clocked into work, and they never picked it up. And I almost got fired for that, but luckily I didn't. And for any Pizza Hut workers out there, you can do this too, you know? Just make sure to be a bit smarter about it.
Absolute genius. Just completely tell on yourself while also telling other people to do it as well. Just be a little bit smarter. When I worked at a restaurant, I'd place a phone order of whatever I was craving 40 minutes before taking my lunch break, then keep the food because the customer never showed up. Another comment from you guys here: social media has encouraged a sense of entitlement and discouraged self-preservation. Couldn't have really said it better myself.
It's so funny watching people post stuff on here where I'm like, oh yeah, you're definitely gonna get fired for this. Every single person in this picture is now unemployed, and it's not really surprising. You just can't do this. Like, you can't pose with like the substances that your patients leave behind.
We could go over to the comments. The lady that posted her day in the life as a manager at an airport makeup store included the customer sales information and where they put the money. We've gone over that clip before. No joke, today I saw someone post on the Coach brand subreddit that they were upset because their new manager told them no social media posts because they're not getting paid to be an influencer. So now they can't give sneak peeks at new stock. Things that are not released yet to the public. You're leaking online for a little bit of attention. There is no self-preservation anymore. They're not even doing it for money. It's imaginary points and likes from random people all over the globe. Absolutely insane. But we'll end off this video with the future of job employment and social media.
So I just finished sending an email officially declining a full-time job position based on the fact that they want to run a social media screening, so a social media background check through a company called ClearStar. And actually I was supposed to respond by yesterday, but I was kind of eating my Little Caesars pizza and I just, it blew out my mind, but I got a follow-up email this morning, so I made sure to respond because I know how annoying it is when we're applying and we don't get responses. And this is the first time that I've ever had to encounter this. Like, I am fully aware that people are checking our social medias, and mine are very much public. I am a content creator on here, on Instagram, everything. And, you know, if someone snoops and they decide they don't want to contact me for an interview or anything, that's up to them, I understand. But basically, I looked up what the screening would consist of, and pretty much they will really look for you. Like, it doesn't matter if your emails are connected, if, like, you're providing your use, they will find you. Essentially, is what I was gathering from that presentation that they posted on their website. And yes, I can private stuff, but again, if you're commenting on other people's posts, if you're engaging with other people's profiles, I'm sure they can pull that up as well.
So now think of all the comments that I read out to you through this video. They could be connected to your actual name. There are companies that do this for employers now. This is just going to become the norm, whether you're in a high up position in some big company or you're applying for McDonald's. They're going to see everything that you've ever put online. So I don't think it needs to be said, but maybe you shouldn't post every second of your life online, oversharing every thought, because it could come back to bite you. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.